Ladies, gentlemen, everyone, I think we're live right now. Good to be back here. Chuck Van with you. I'll be your host today, taking us through all of the comments. And just before we get started, just want to remind everyone to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then you may not be here anyway. But yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Good to see you all here. Today is going to be just a Q&A live stream. We're going to be live for approximately an hour, maybe a bit longer if I'm feeling it, but going to try and keep it fairly tight today. And the format today is quite simply just going to be Q&A. So I've got a couple of topics. This last time that I had a live stream was like months and months ago. It was definitely before we went to Japan. So that's happened since. And we've got winter coming up. So I probably want to talk about that too. We've got winter ending soon in the Northern Hemisphere. We've got winter starting a couple months away from the Southern Hemisphere down here. Yeah, really good. I'd like to shout out probably a couple of people that have been waiting patiently in the chat. So we've got the Send It Syndicate, who was and has been in here. Bad Riders. We've got Dean in here. It's been here a little while, which is always good to see. Fellow Aussies in the chat. Adventurer Carlo just coming in with Mr. Van. That literally is me right now. So, yeah, like I said, we'll just be, I'd love it if for those of you who are in the chat, which YouTube is telling me that there are some, please let me know that I'm live and that we can be heard and that the picture is coming through loud and clear. It's in the morning here. I realized that I drank all of the milk that I had in the fridge. So no coffee this morning. I might whip out and get some like after. Maybe that's a reason why the live stream is going to be a little shorter today. And by short, I'm going to at least go an hour. And my goal is at least an hour, answer all of the questions, or at least go through all the comments and keep doing that until we're good. So, yeah, be nice to know. We've got, okay, I think we've got a couple people saying that I can be heard and the picture's coming through. So that's really good. We've got actually, I'm interested too whether my words that I'm saying are in line with my mouth going, or whether there's a slight delay. So let me know if it looks like a really bad sound dubbing, sort of a la Madame Web, if you guys have seen that movie. There's some shocking ADR work. So yeah, let me know if the audio and the video aren't quite synced, because I'm worried that that's the case. We're not worried, but in any case, well, let's I'm just gonna take a sip right here. Get some water down the neck, and let's start with some of your guys' comments, and we'll go bring them up on the screen here. So we got from Senate Syndicate. He's saying that he can't make it to the live stream. He's too tired. Have a great chat. Tell me and tell me why this the Send It crew all gone nitro. Team 2s, 165 and 2T1 and a prime. You guys are all going full nitro. Well, that's Martin Walgren, the old man shredder himself, who is the man behind the Send It Syndicate. So the filmer, the producer over there. So Martin, shout out to you. Thanks very much for joining my live stream and coming in early. I know it is pretty late over in Europe when I started this live stream. So always good to have you guys in here. Hopefully one day I might either do a really late or really early live stream so that you guys can sort of make it. I wonder what time would be good. Let me know if you're watching this back. Leave a comment on the video as to what sort of times locally work well for you. Maybe we go with that. So this is Bad Riders with a question. Has Chuck changed his Wi-Fi network name? Well, I guess you'll have to find out, won't you? So probably another thing on the topics to talk about is maybe. I'm always a little bit, don't get me wrong, I'm always a little bit skeptical, but we have perhaps a trip planned for the Bad Riders himself to come visit the boys, Chuck and Swanee. And that's coming up pretty soon. That's like a week or so away from the scheduled date. So let's see. Has Adam booked his flights yet? But if that's happening, then you can find out yourself. But I think you could probably guess the answer, if I'm being honest, as to how much importance I place on the changing of the Wi-Fi network name. And Bad Riders with another follow-up. He's given me 3 questions in a row before the stream even started. Has Swanee emerged from his summer hibernation yet? Well, that depends. Do you mean like for our whole Australian summer? Because if you were paying attention to the Instagram, then maybe you would have seen that he was ripping it up in Japan during the summer here. But if you mean just this Easter weekend, he's been in quite the slumber for most of the time. Been a lot of sounds of League of Legends. I caught him doing some VR yesterday too, which is pretty funny. He didn't know I was taking photos of him while he had the whole face thing on. He's going, ooh. Maybe later I'll see if I can pull up. I'll pull up that photo. I might even see if I can do it. I wonder if I can do that now, actually. I wonder. That might be easier to just do it now. That's if we can do this. So what have you guys been up to? It's been a while since you guys have all seen me. I think I saw a comment before that Mr. Carlo is doing some video editing. I've been watching some of his videos too. I think the more recent ones where he went to Sun Valley. He did some little travel vlogs and chairlift videos, which was nice. Yeah. Hey. Oh, wow. That's way too big. All right, here we go. Oh, sugar. Bad Riders will love this. Here's our man, Swanee, right here, in all of his glory, doing his VR work. He'd be so stoked that I was showing everyone this too. Oh dear. All right, that's a for your guys' pleasure right there. All right, so we got another, I think the 3-pack of initial pre-live stream questions from Bad Riders. And what snowboard is getting used as a daily this season? That's a really good question. It's a really easy one to answer too, because it's literally this one over here. So a couple, no, this way. That one. That's so hard to do, to get the angles right. But yeah, it's going to be the Largo double barrel 155 that I tested out just last season. And it's, I did film like a comparison video because I've got a 159 and a 155, but I haven't edited the video yet. The long and the short story is the 155 feels exactly the same as all of the other 155. Is it my third? It's my second Largo double barrel 155. It feels the same as the first one, which is really nice. Yeah, that's it. So, and I have that same snowboard in a 159. So that's why I said I did the comparison. The exact same snowboard, 155 versus 159. I liked riding them both for different reasons, but it basically is the same snowboard. That feels very similar. But yes, there is a difference between the sizes as well. Might have to wait for the video for me to talk about that. We've got Dean here. He says, yo, g'day, Dean. Hopefully you're still in here. Nice to see you here. He's asking Adam how things are. And what's that on your, I'm curious, what's that on your profile picture on YouTube? Your little avatar there. It looks like some kind of food. I could be wrong. They're always like such a small icon. My guess is that it's sushi. I could be wrong though. I could be very wrong. Bad Rider's saying hi to Dean. He says that he's being punished by saying no to a toddler. Miles wouldn't say no to you, would he? Mr. Bad Riders? Surely not. Speaking of that, what did you say no to? Did he want more chocolate? I bet he enjoyed having chocolate. Whether you celebrate Easter or not, I'm not going to get really into that. I don't like to get too political here, but or political, religion, all those fiery topics I try to avoid. But yeah, I definitely not the religious side of it, but the commercial side of the holiday, I definitely celebrate. And I've eaten way too much chocolate over the course of the last couple of days. Dan said that it's all good down his way. Fantastic. Dean's got 3 himself. Assume he's talking about the children. The Chuck Van, he's here. Mr. Van says, Adventure Carlo. I hope you guys are making comments because I'm doing a little bit of a speed round here. If you've got any question, if I get to the bottom of the chat, and then I'm just going to talk about the main topics we have here. Oh, Defender of Awesome's here. How you going? Shane from New Zealand, I think. But good to have you here. He says that it's looking good. And Bad Rider says, Chuck is live, can be heard. The video and the audio is 10 out of 10. Sensational. You guys might know from the last couple of live streams that we have sort of upgraded to, instead of running the live streams through YouTube, which we've I don't always. I used to run them through an app on my phone, which but now we're running them through the computer and through an OBS software. So it allows me to put all of your guys' comments on the screen. I know the last few I've had like the actual live chat sort of replicated on my screen. Some of you said it was a bit off-putting because there's a delay. So whenever you're streaming something, because I'm streaming through my computer, and actually Adam might be, have you noticed anything different about, it's a reason why I asked whether the audio is synced, and Adam's saying that it is, which is nice. Oh, Miles says hi. Hey, Miles. Hey, Miles. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? It's good to. Well, I can't see you, but it's good that you can see me. Am I on in the office, or are you watching me on the TV in the lounge room? That'd be good to know. And Adventurer Carlo retracted a message. You know what? That makes me curious. What was that message? Were you saying something that was untoward? I very much doubt that would be the case. Carlo is such a well-mannered young man. But, well, not even that young anymore. Like, a couple years, you'll be a legal adult. If you were here in Australia, you would already be a legal adult, from what I understand. But I hope. Oh yeah, Adventure Carlo says the audio is 100% synced. All right, but no, that gets me back to what I was saying. Is Bad Riders? Is there anything different about the image? Because for you, because there might be. I might be using a different piece of equipment. But yeah, I'm running through the live stream through a camera that's connected to my computer, which runs through an OBS software, which then streams into YouTube and then sends it into your eyeballs. So I've got a separate microphone that you can't see. It's just off to the right, just off screen here. So the audio should be nice, the video crispy. And it's funny, I see a slight delay from when I say something to when I see my mouth moving. So I was wondering whether you guys get the same. Dean with the snowboard related question. We love to see that. Snowboarding is one of my favorite things to talk about. I also like TV and movies. I wonder if you guys would be interested in any. I'm thinking about doing some content related to the TV shows I'm watching and the movies that I've seen. I've started putting together a list actually of like just movies and TV shows that I've seen. And I'm going to do a video later this year that's going to be like a Chuck's top 10 list of all of the movies and TV that I've seen throughout the year. So it might be a video, might be a live stream. I'd like to do like maybe a monthly video or live stream with another person where we talk about movies and TV. But I haven't quite found the person to do that with yet. But these are the ideas that are going through my mind because, to be honest, putting a video like that together is way easier than putting some of my snowboarding videos together. But I am working on that too. Got a couple in the pipeline. I want to get all of the Japan 2024 trip videos going. So I know it's been a long task. Anyway. So, Dean, with the snowboarding question, he says, what brand wax do you use to wax your boards? Over the years, I've used, so wax just if you know how to wax your board, because, you know, you only want to put the minimum amount on, because most of it, you just need it to absorb into the base. So most of it's just going to be scraped off anyway. Swanee, I know he bought like a block of Swix wax that I was using, and I think that's really good stuff. But to be honest, most of the wax that I've used the last couple of years have come from my friends. So Catman Snow makes his own snowboard wax over in Sweden, and he sent me a block, and I used that for ages. I think I bought some blue Swix wax from like ESS board store one time, and then I've got a couple of blocks of of what is it? Bored through the pain wax, which is the booby wax. You guys might see that sometimes I'm wearing a face mask that has it looks like it's got boobs on it, and that's actually a booby wax face mask, which my buddy Hans over in the United States actually makes his own, and so it's quite a it's a little bit controversial, I guess. But literally is wax shaped like boobs. Pardon me. But I've been using that recently, and I don't really. I mean, when we ride here in Australia, the conditions are quite variable, but you don't. I find that a harder wax, like I think the lower the temperature, the harder the wax you want. Maybe. I'm not sure. I know there's different wax ratings for different temperatures. You got your low temp, your high temp. I'm not sure which is softer. Maybe you guys can tell me in the chat who know more. But I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters what brand that you use. What matters more is that the temperature of the wax that you put on is suitable to like the kind of temperature that's the texture and the temperature the snow is going to be. So when it's really, really hard snow, and I think it would make sense that I don't know. I've definitely noticed some waxes are harder than others. So maybe you guys can bring that in the comments. But yeah, the brand doesn't really matter. I mean, you probably don't want to use like just candle wax. You could probably get away with it though. But definitely, I mean, I've just been using the same wax all the time, regardless of condition. I don't really notice much of a difference. The harder waxes tend to last longer, especially if it's like mid-season, like good snow. You'll find that towards the end of the season, slushy snow, that sugary stuff, it just strips your wax way quicker. Rose says we need some clips of Swanee's VR escapades. There it is, right there. He'd be so pissed that I was just putting pictures of him up shirtless. But it's all right. You guys can keep it like just our little secret, okay? Well, I've got 8. YouTube says 8 concurrent viewers. That's pretty cool. And 4 likes. Who hasn't hit the like button? Reminder, like if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure how many subs. I'm actually, yes, I am. 212. So I wonder how long it took me. A couple of years, maybe 3 years or something, to get up to 100 subscribers, and then it took me like a year after that to get to 200. So I wonder how long it'll take me to get to 300 subscribers. I guess we'll see. Need to meet some new people. In Japan, I think I went from like just over 200, so I put like nearly 10 subscribers on right there. Ventura Carlo says, I gotta get it. It's adventure time. Let's go in the chat. It's adventure time. Let's go. How was that? Let's go. It's adventure time. Let's go. Hopefully one day, Carlo, I get to, how do I put this? I get to say that with you going on a run. I'm just going to bring the chat down slightly. All right. So, because I know that's a fun way to start a video. Yeah. I like to do the OBS thing because I think it's really cool that I get to put these extra logos up. So we got our DWCP logo up here. And actually, I have to shout out on the other side here, this little icon here. If you guys are like watching on a phone, then you probably can't see it all that well. But it's like a little character of me with like even my color hair and beard and stuff, and a blue bucket hat on. So I've got to shout out Catman Snow from Sweden on that one, because he designed that little caricature for me. He actually designed the original one that's like a caricature of me that's on my sort of YouTube logo and branding. But so that I think that's really cool. I can't draw like at all. Not definitely not very well. So it's good that I have some people that have like creative outlets as my friends. So, but that's really cool. And actually that original, which I also use for the outro for some of my videos, which is quite clearly just a cutout, right? You can see like at the end of some of those videos, it just looks so dodgy because it literally was a drawing on a piece of paper that Max took a photo of, sent it to me on Facebook, which then compressed it. So I've taken that photo off Facebook and taken a screenshot of it that I could then edit and reduce and remove the background on. Then I made it from it's a tiny image size, and blew it up to 1080. And then when I was exporting it to like 2.7 and 4K videos, I didn't do the best cutout job on it either. And then I put up some animation on it. You guys will have seen it. It's the one where there's a big bass drop, like at the end of the video, goes, and then it sounds like distortion, like. So that was like the outro to a lot of my videos. And it's become time to retire that. So I actually just finished editing it yesterday. I created a new outro feature using this little man, this little face here, which I'm going to start using from the next video. So that's going to be coming out. So it's a similar type of thing. I use a different bass drop. I think might have been the same one. I can't remember, from years ago. It was just a stock audio file that had a bunch of different bass drops. I just picked the one that I liked, and I'll put some like swirly effects and stuff on it. So anyway, you guys will see it in the next video. Bad Rose gives me a skull. Nice. Bad Rider says, Chuck's riding the 155 double barrel ? Yes, I am. Thought the 159 was going to be the rider, and the 159 was going to be the rider, and the 155 was going to be the display board. Well, I've ridden both of them now. They've both got now scratches in the base, so they're not like a display. I think it's a beautiful graphic, the Willax board, but I find that the 155 it's just what I've been riding. So. The last couple of years, so that just feels a bit more natural. I've only got very small, so my boot, I've got like a 8.5, 9 boot size. My boot fitter tries to tell me that it's definitely 8.5, and actually that my feet sort of are an 8, but because I've got very broad, like wide feet, that's why it sort of comes out to 8.5. But in any case, yeah, the 159, I like the way that it rides. It's, I mean, as you would imagine, it's longer effective edge, so a little bit wider. It's better. It's more stable at speed. But the 155 is a little bit more nimble. But other than that, they ride almost identical. So I might swap and change between them, but I know I'm thinking I might. Well, maybe someone else can tell me if I should do the segment from the podcast, what's getting peeled this year. So Dean says Ren and Stimpy Space Cadets. Not familiar. I know what Ren and Stimpy is. I watched the show sort of as a kid, but I wasn't a huge fan of it actually. So I'm not sure what that is referencing. But shout out Dean. Oh, no, hang on. No, I do know what it's referencing. He's talking about his logo, which I thought looked like sushi from a distance. And it's actually Ren and Stimpy. That's so funny. Carlo says Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, Carlo. I am eating Lindt chocolates. I mean, this is not sponsored, obviously, but do you guys have these in the United States? I'm very, very curious to know whether it's a thing that you guys have, because I think they're really nice. Amazing. Oh, I can see someone new. I'm scrolling pretty slowly through the chat, guys. So if someone else comes in, then it's sort of hard for me to see it. But or at least I don't think I see it straight away. But I just saw that we've got Shred 1904 Narav in the chat. Nice to see you. And appreciate you coming to the live stream. Oh, and El Stacker's here too. Awesome. Fantastic. Happy Easter. It's like Easter Monday here in Australia, but I wanted to do this live stream, so it's sort of like evening on Easter Sunday for you guys, or afternoon. So really nice. So this looks like there's some great chat. LH Cool Breeze is down here as well. So awesome. It's great to have you guys for my Easter live stream. Just a reminder of the format. It's going to be Q&A, so I'm just going to work through like all of the comments. I like to bring all your guys' comments on screen, so that's why I'm running through OBS now. But I'm going to just run through all the comments, and I've got some main topics to talk about, which might come up through your questions anyway. But I'll pretty much just, the main topics aren't too much. We came back from Japan recently. It's winter soon, so we've got a couple months away from opening day, and just, you know, me as always being behind on videos on the channel. So that's sort of what I want to talk about, but and also sort of the content. I want to know what you guys think about me maybe doing like a movie and TV show on here at some point. Like not an actual show, but a show where we talk about movies and TV. And I might do an occasional live stream, but I want to do that with a co-host. I was actually also thinking about doing a snowboard YouTube, sort of like a round the grounds show with a co-host as well. So where we sort of talk about what all the snowboard YouTubers are doing, where they're at, and sort of review or even react to the latest videos. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know in the chat. I'd love to talk about that. And if any of you might be interested in being a co-host on that, then also let me know. So I'd love to have guests on. That's the other thing that I can do really easily. Like now with that, I've got a decent internet connection and OBS, is I can bring like other people into the live streams. So I think that would be really entertaining for me. So hopefully for you guys as well. Anyway, I'm going to catch up on these comments. So let's do a quick speed round. Batteride says Miles was destroying a muffin with a hammer. So he said no. Miles got a healthy amount of chocolate. Oh yeah, probably an unhealthy amount. Hello, saying what up to Bad Riders. El Stacker says, yo, dude, if you're still in here, miss you so much. Was so bummed that I wasn't able to go to the US this year in this season, but I don't take back going to Japan at all either. Sorry, I shouldn't be eating chocolate while I'm on a live stream, but it's Easter. Have to do it. But no, I shouldn't be so I'm bummed, but it all just come down to finances. And wanted to go back to Japan. I want to go back to Japan again. I just want to always be going to Japan. But I need to figure out what I'm going to be able to afford next year. Carlo says that he turns 20. We were talking about Carlo's adult status, dude. If you were, I know that the legal age for pretty much everything over in the US is 21. Here it's 18. You're a full adult at 18. Can buy alcohol, can vote, do everything. So, but hopefully, well, you can't vote if you are not a citizen, but but nah, that's awesome, dude. What Carlo, what have you got planned for your birthday? Is there going to be a big party? Like, are you guys doing an activity? Are you going on a trip? Let us know. Carlo says, yo, Stacker. Stacker dropped some potatoes in the chat. That's classic L Stacks move. When's L Stacker going to come back to Australia or meet us in New Zealand? That's what I want to know. Oh my god. That's dude, Nurav, that is so awesome. So Shred 1904 says, Kevin, I just watched Wayne's World. Was my first time watching, hilarious. Wait till you watch Wayne's World 2. Which do you, I don't know. I don't know if I can pick which is my favorite. I probably watched Wayne's World 2 more often, like when I was younger. But and I haven't seen either in quite a while, but both of those movies are freaking hilarious. And like when you think about Mike Myers, like everyone thinks about Austin Powers. But I think the Austin Powers movies, they had their place, but I think they were a little bit, I don't know, it was a different kind of silly. And I really think that Mike Myers was in his prime. And because that was just a Saturday Night Live sketch that they turned into a movie, those characters. So I think those two together as well, Dana Carvey and Mike Myers, absolutely hilarious. Great movies and some of my favorites growing up. So yeah, Nurav, if you really enjoyed Wayne's World, I think you're gonna love Wayne's World 2 just as much. Probably, I was just recently talking about a scene from Wayne's World just the other day, and it's the scene where where Wayne's talking about selling out and thinks that it's disgusting, so that he'll never sell out, while he's on the set of his revamped TV show promoting all of these other products that are clear, obvious product placement in the movie. Like he's drinking a Pepsi, he's promoting Pizza Hut. Like, that's hilarious. Anyway, that's fantastic. Love to talk movies and TV. So, Shred 1904 says sup to everyone. El Stacker says sup back. And we've got a potato from Shred 1904. I feel like I'm behind on the potato situation here. So I think we need some regular potatoes, and also you guys are going to see actually live how much of a delay you guys are on now, because I'm putting stuff in the chat. But yeah, yeah, we need some sweet potatoes as well. Happy Easter, Carlo says to El Stacker. Happy Easter, he says back. Bad Riders, hey Carlo. Carlo and Stacker, happy Easter. Everyone's exchanging love. We love to see it. I love to see all of that. It's fantastic. I think I need more chocolate. Stacker, aren't you meant to be in bed? Is he? What time is it? It's only, oh yeah, Shred 19. It's only like 5 o'clock. Is that accurate? What time is it in Idaho? Someone needs to tell me. No, I need to tell me. I've got it here. It literally is. It's 5:45. Interestingly enough, Bad Rider says, "Narav, my sandwich," and I can't remember. Is that a quote from Wayne's World? I can't recall that particular quote, but Narav, I made a comment on Kevin's hiking in Tahoe video yesterday, and we've got a Swanee bombing the chat. He's not bombing the chat. He's just bombing the actual live stream. I've got to go back up and find a question. This one. It's for you, Swanee.
Adam, I never emerge from summer hibernation.
Uh-oh.
You just can't. It's unbearable.
You got to take him to Japan. It's the only time that he ever wakes up.
Yep.
It's funny. But
the moustache is a little bit thick. Right.
Yeah, looking thick on the camera, that's for sure.
Looking good.
So Narav, what was in your sandwich on the video?
Oh, that video.
You said that it was your exact words were, I think Kevin said, how is the sandwich? And you said, oh, it's insane. What was so insane? I need to know what was on the sandwich.
Is that the one that ended up in the snow?
There was a sandwich in the snow?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part of the video.
It was on Instagram.
Oh. Okay.
I can't remember which twin it was, but someone stacked their sandwich and lost their sandwich in the snow.
Oh crap. Okay, it probably was Narav. Where's Yannick? Are you guys together? I'm always confused because I know that when they were in India, it was both like Narav went with Kevin, and then Yannick came later. And I know for sure that Narav is with Kevin now. I'm not sure if Yannick's there too. Which is so crazy because I feel like it's been so long. Yeah, we haven't seen, like we got to hang out. It's weird because I forget that it's been like 4 years since we've seen Yannick. Oh, not Yannick, Narav. Since we've seen Narav. We got to hang out with Yannick like last year. So I feel like that we've seen both of them, but we haven't. Really weird. Twins, eh?
Yeah, we're terrible.
For those of you in the chat who don't know, Swanee also is a twin. Supposedly identical, but everyone's like, those two don't look anything alike. Identical twins that aren't identical. That's why they're the worst twins. Used to be a joke we used to say all the time.
We are pretty shit twins.
Yeah, Rabara says, yeah, but Stacker is up early earning coin to shred. Well, I think that's accurate. Yeah. We haven't heard, the only thing we've heard from El Stacker in the last, like this season, there's been a couple of really short videos from Bogus. We've got a tease that apparently El Stacker is going to be in a board progression video, so I hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, what's that dude's name? There's a guy called Board Progression. He's in Utah, and he does snowboard YouTube videos as well. Brad. Is it Brad? No, not Brad. Dan. His name's Dan. And apparently he's got family in Idaho and went riding with Stacker, and Stacker snuck into the video. He hasn't released the video yet though.
Oh,
So that's good. But El Stacker agrees. that he's just getting up early and just working, getting ready to shred, which is cool. But no, we've seen a very quick advert. I think El Stacker doing a season pass sale video, which I'm a little bit biased. I don't think it was good as last year's season pass advertisement video, but it was a fun video. I am a little bit biased though because I filmed and produced that last year's one. I think it was funnier though, the last year's one. I definitely am still laughing about it. Bad Rider says I ride racing. We were talking about wax before. I ride racing wax because it's the speed life. Turning is for quitters. Interesting take. Not an unsurprising one from Bad Riders. I honestly don't think it matters. The racing wax. There's some racing wax. Actually, the fun fact: if you ever get any of Hans's Bored Through the Pain booby wax, the nipples on the boobs is racing wax.
Of course it is.
It is. He legit, like, he does the mold separately. Like, he pours the nipples in first, and then he pours the rest of it into the molds, which is pretty funny. And that's why the nipples are pink on the or like that pinky color, which is quite funny. Yeah, Bad Rider says Swix. Yeah, that's when I buy wax from a shop, which honestly I don't do all that often, then Swix is usually the brand. Carlo's got some potatoes in there. Swanee's existence is shirtless. It is.
Not today.
Not today. He actually is wearing it's one of those rare occasions. It's not super, it's not warm. It's not cold. It's sort of like a Goldilocks day today. Actually, really nice day.
Mornings are starting to get a little bit cool.
Cooler, not chilly. That we've had a couple of the odd night here and there has been cold, but we're sort of in that weird, like we're going into autumn, or what you Americans call the fall here in Australia, or those North Americans that are in the chat. I love you so much, but the way you guys say stuff and the way we say stuff is different in a lot of ways.
Still warmish days, but the mornings and nights are starting to get cooler.
Do you want a Lindt chocolate?
No, I ate too much chocolate yesterday. I'm done.
I've eaten too much chocolate as well, but I'm still having Lindt chocolate because it's nice.
I wanted to give me 2 rabbits yesterday and I can melt.
2 rabbits?
Yeah.
You should have given one to me, and then you wouldn't have had to buy that one the other day.
Yeah, well, I already bought that one.
that one that Kit Kat one was nice though. I ate that yesterday. El Stacker's got the classic "Let's go." That's funny. Let's go. I missed that. Bad Rider says Chuck gets to feature in an Adventure Carlo video. Do I? No, I don't think we film when I was there. I said that I've been watching some Carlo videos. But when we were there last year, we rode with Carlo, actually surprisingly not too many times. Like, we went to Bogus a lot, but it always seemed like he was at work or school or something. We rode with him a couple of days. I don't think I snuck into too many of his shots, to be fair. And if I had, you would have seen the videos on his channel already. I might have some clips of him, but Carlo's fast, dude. I wasn't even keeping up with him. Chuck rides. I think what does Adam keep saying, that I'm a cruiser? I ride really slow. Chuck's creative outlet is videography. It is though. Yeah, you're right. And some audio production, a little bit. Like, I'd like to. That's just such a huge can of worms that I'd really like to delve into further, but I just don't. And I'm really interested in it, and I watch like a lot of YouTube videos on it, but it's not something that I really have time to fully dive into. I did produce one song once, and it's like you would expect from the first beat that anyone has ever made, and it sounded like it should be on like a side scroller video game from the 1980s. I put it on a couple in the outro to a couple of my videos actually. We need to talk about that, says Bad Riders. Yeah, audio production. That's the one topic that we didn't get to when we did the podcast. And actually, shout out to anyone. We've got 10 people watching. So thank you so much. Appreciate that from all of you. 7 likes on the video. If you're not already subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 300 now is my next target. I can't believe I'm saying that. I never thought I would have 100 people that I've ever met in my life, much less 212 people that would want to watch these videos. But I really appreciate all of you for it. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell. I'm constantly working on new videos. I want to get all the Japan stuff on. I literally just I've got 2 Japan videos I'm editing at the moment. One of them is going to be a singles line video like this. It's going to be the last in this Annapuri series. The last couple of videos have all been just from this socked out day at Annapuri. And the last one, the last one that I released was when I lost my my Barracuda on one run and it disappeared. And then all the boys were like, "You're never getting that back. It's gone. It's going to be buried by the time that you get to it again." But next run, I went straight back to it. I knew exactly where it was.
It was there.
And it's literally over there. Just you can't see it in the frame, but we need an updated outro sequence. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I know I'm behind in the comments, so I'm gonna. Oh crap! Oh, Snowboard Pro Camp's in here.
There's like 1,000 messages.
There's a lot of messages. I'm so far behind. Hey Kevin. I've got to bring this one up. Take it off, Swanee.
Wrong kind of stream, Kevin.
or is it though? I feel like I need to get through these comments because I feel like there's an answer to the sandwich situation. But yeah, the outro sequence, I've definitely I've already completed it. I did it yesterday. You'll see it on the next couple of videos that I make. But yeah, the Happy Easter to Shred 1904, says Adventure Carlo. But yeah, the next one's just going to be a single line video where it's the bottom of Annapuri, down through Gate 8 and all the way back to Moiwa where we were staying. So it's probably going to be a long video because I'm not going to do much cutting in it. You're going to see my entire run down. So that should be, and there's one bit where on the way back to Annapuri, or on the way back to Moiwa, you have to like unclip and there's this nice run through the woods. It's really nice.
If you got fresh wax and enough speed, you can make it through.
Yeah, wax seems to be the topic of conversation here. And Shred 1904, Nurav is saying Happy Easter to everyone. Scraping super hard wax off my board at high elevation is exhausting me. Fresh cold snow. Oh yeah, so we were talking about not putting too much wax on so you don't have to scrape it off. But the super hard wax, I prefer to scrape it off. Like you want to let it harden, but a lot of people scrape their wax off in the in the car park. I'm like, why would you do that? It's going to be like after the snowboard's been in the car, like or like outside of the car, in the roof box or wherever you guys have it. The wax is going to be so cold, like on the hill. Oh, Stacker says that he misses us.
Miss you too, Stack.
We do miss you. Bad Rider says, what would you have Kevin been up to? That's what we want to know. So hopefully we get an answer from Snowboard Pro Camp down there. Irresistibly smooth, says Bad Riders.
Was that the time? Alright, I gotta go. Bye, stream.
See you later, Swanee. Everyone say bye to Swanee. He's got stuff to do. He's got to go back to his slumber. Oh, you're going to brew some beer? He's actually brewing, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to brew some beer with his brother. That's sweet. All right. So Shred 1904 says Palisades the last couple of days. Riding thick power. Yeah, the power in those videos looked really, really thick. Like a sun-baked and a little bit slushy. So we actually remembered the crew that turned up at Tahoe last season. That was going to be like our favorite day of the whole trip. Like we had some amazing days, but yeah, that one was really special. I remember it like it was yesterday. LH Cool Breeze wants to know, do we have the white Lindor with coconut? Definitely do have the white Lindor, but it's just white chocolate. I feel like there is a coconut one, but I'm not sure. Bad riders. I think that's a bit of a generalization. Why do Americans love coconut so much? It's not just Americans. Coconut is amazing. Like I cook everything with coconut oil. Like a lot of my skin products have coconut in them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it's a fair enough. It's a justifiable question. Bad riders. Oh yeah, 12 months on the legendary from the legendary Chuck US takeover. It wasn't just Chuck. It was the boys as well. We had Swanee Brews there. We had Luke Hayes. We had El Stacker, even though technically he wasn't taking over because he's already there. Bad Rider says we need a Chuck Van podcast. I need a co-host, and I'll do the show. I want to do, and you guys, I want you to let me know what you would think about it. But I said it before, and I think most of you were here when I said it. I would like to do like a movie review show where I talk about the movies and that have been coming out, and I'm actually just watching through all of the. It's one of the reasons I wanted to keep it. We're already at an hour, but I'm going to keep going because you guys are so awesome. But today I've been watching through all of the Academy Award nominated movies from last year, and I've got a couple left to watch. So, but yeah, I want to do a movie show, and I want to do like a snowboard YouTube related show where we talk about all the YouTubers, where they're up to, what they're doing, and maybe even react to some of the most recent videos. So I need to know that that's something that you guys would want to see. And we could do it live as well so that you can take comments. But I also need a co-host. So, well, Adam Bad Riders, El Stacker Adventures, I'm looking at you guys. I think that would be a fun thing that I'd like to do with either or both of you. LH Coolbury says that it's cold, dumping snow in southern Colorado. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, my friend. And I'm so jealous. It's like it's like a tepid 25 maybe degrees. That's Celsius, by the way. So what is that? Temperature always messes with me a little bit. I sort of know it. Need to go. Yeah, so it's like 80 degrees here at the moment in Fahrenheit. Carlo says would love to see the video reacting. Okay, that's good to know. I feel like that would be an easy show to do. Like just talk about the snowboarding YouTubers. Maybe have eventually, if we get a bunch of those going, we could have a couple of them on the show. I reckon that'd be cool to interview a couple of them. I feel like if I sent a couple of DMs that, if Kevin might still be watching this exact podcast, I reckon it'd be nice to have a couple of them on the show as well. If I sent some DMs, I reckon we'd be getting that. Bad Rider says he's down to co-host. We have good chemistry. I agree. I definitely agree. So I feel like that is something that it seems like there's a little bit of like that people are down for it. So I might get into some pre-production on that. El Stacker Adventures says, I miss the beaches. We only went to the beach once. You need to come back here, dude. So, well, when obviously I know money is a thing and that you've got a lady and stuff, but geez, I'd love to have you back down here. And even though you were here for so long, it was like a month. I feel like we only scratched the surface and I'd really love to do it again. You're welcome here anytime, buddy. And I've got actually, because it's only me and Swanee here, I've got a spare room too. You'd stay as long as you wanted to. Adventurer Carlo says if Bogus stays open long enough, probably I'll go snowboarding on my birthday. Hopefully they do. I just got an email from Bogus the other day because I'm a previous season pass holder that they are extending the season, which is really cool. I've only just got up to my own comments where I put the potatoes. I need a zoom. So Nirav, we've got 3 tacos. Ooh, it's Easter Monday here. I wonder if there's going to be any Mexican places open. I don't know. 5, 4, 7, 6. Interesting. LH Cool Breeze says 5, 4, 7. and Elstacker says 6. Not sure what that's referring to. But yeah, you're making me want a taco or a burrito. I don't think I'll be able to get one today though. Nice setup, says Elstacker. Yeah, I was talking about it before, and so I've arranged my set a whole different way so that you guys, instead of seeing a boring window and an air conditioning unit, we've got all my trail maps on display. We've got a bunch of posters and things, so it's a little bit more to look at. I'm running the streams through OBS now, so I can put the overlays on. So I can bring up the comments one by one. It's really nice actually. So it's taken me a while to sort of figure all this out, but I hope you guys are liking the setup of these live streams. I definitely want to continue on doing them like this. So Bad Rider says, hey Swanee, we saw the VR photos. So let's keep that our little secret. He had no idea that I showed a photo of him shirtless. Actually, it's coming back. There he is. Swanee. You guys, ask and you shall receive. Swanee is a funny guy. But he'll be stoked at that. But now let's leave that our little secret. Unless he's logged into the live stream and he just saw it then, which I don't think he is. All right, so yeah, Shred says Yannick's back in the UK. I figured that he was. I didn't see him in any of the videos, and I thought that I would have seen at least one shot. Snowball Pro says Nurav thinks any sandwich is insane. I still don't know what was on the sandwich. Can someone please tell me? I want to know. I could see on Kevin's. Did you guys have the same sandwich? I want to know that. And because they looked similar, like you guys made your lunch together. But also, I saw it looked like some kind of maybe rye or multigrain bread. And there was lettuce definitely on the sandwich. Both of you guys, or at least I know, is Nurav vegetarian? I know that Yannick is. Maybe Nurav's a meat eater. I'm not sure. But I know Kevin is vegan. So I'm going to guess his sandwich had like lettuce and I don't know. Do you even put butter? You wouldn't even put butter on a sandwich being vegan. Do you do butter or like ghee or something like that? Interesting. So what else would be on it? Well, if you're vegan, there's no cheese. Is it just a lettuce sandwich? Like a falafel or something? You could have like falafel. Maybe some tomato, onion, like just some like peppers, something like that. I need to know what was on this sandwich. I don't know why it's taking up so much of my brain. But I watched the video and I've been absolutely perplexed by it ever since. Uh, Chuck is always confused. I don't know what that is referring to exactly, but yeah, definitely always confused about different things all the time, and I love that you guys find it entertaining. it's entertaining to it's entertaining to be me and be confused by myself sometimes. And Bad Writers says it's saying yo to Kevin. Yanni is in. Oh, that's why he's back in the UK. I see. All right. Nah, cool. Dean says, yo, Kev. It's always nice to have Kevin in here. What a legend. Thanks for dropping by the live stream. If you're still in here, we very much appreciate it. And looking forward to meeting up again at some point, for sure. Maybe next year, if you guys decide to go to Japan, maybe if we can, I don't know if we're going to be able to afford a US trip and a Japan trip, but we'll see. I mean, this is what this time of the year is for me. Maybe you could come to Australia. You never know. I know that you guys will definitely go to New Zealand, but will you make it here? I suppose it depends on whether our season is any good. If we have like if we have a really good snow year, then I think that we might be able to entice Kevin to come. Maybe. We'll see. So, is Yanni in the UK or is that a play? No, I think he actually is. He'd be in the videos if he wasn't. Bad Rider says Yanni in love. Narav's in love with an insane sandwich. Chuck is confused and Kevin is hiking. What a weekend. Absolutely. It's all happening here on Chuck Van. Hilarious. I don't know what I'm supposed to be confused by though. So Carlos saying happy Easter to Kevin. Bad Rider says we need to get a sandwich fund going in Kevin's next live stream. I agree. Get the sandwich fund cranking so that we can get some. I mean, those sandwiches looked pretty lush though. I'm really interested. I want to see what's on the sandwich. I bet you batteries need to hit Hans up for nothing but nipple. I reckon he'd do it for you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I reckon he'd be down. You just gotta hit him up. Oh, so that's the white chocolate one. On the Lindor. Happy Easter to everyone. Bread 1904. Nothing but bread, buddy. Nothing but bread. Try. Is Elstacker trying to come back to Australia? Because if he is, we're ready to receive you. And winter is coming. Like, where are we at now? It's here in Australia. It's the 1st of April. So the resort's open the second weekend in June. So you got April, May, June. 3 months. And our season begins. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm planning on doing my annual like hiking trip to the top of Australia. So I'm gonna go. I'm grossly let myself go over the summer. I'm so overweight. It's not funny, but I still want to walk it's like a 20-kilometer walk or 18-kilometer walk hike to the top of Mount Kosciuszko, which is the highest peak in Australia. It's not that high, but in any case, I'm going to do that before it snows too much. So I want to do that. I think I'm going to do it in May. So should I film that? Should I do a video about that? Oh, no, I've done that before, and I've never actually. I don't think I ever made a video though. I don't know. We'll see. So, Rich Elstacker said that he's trying to buy a house and might have gotten one. That's exciting. All right. Well, that explains you not coming here. So that's so sweet, dude. For a bunch of different reasons. Number one, I know that you have been cramped, like, staying at your mum's place for years, and also, living in the living in the basically in the camper for the last little while. So if you're getting a house, that's so good. Hopefully it's got a couch. But no, that's so sweet, dude. Probably makes it more likely for us to come too, if that's what you want. I mean, you know, we could always stay. Just stay here, but that'd be boring. Or you could meet us in Japan or come over here. But that's so exciting, dude. So happy. Venture Carlo says, I've been starting to get lazy with editing videos. I need to keep going. It's really hard to, even though it's something that I really enjoy doing, it's something that, I mean, when you sit down and you talk, like you see, like the pros actually do it. Like I remember back in 2020, I saw Casey get up at 5 in the morning and just the speed at which that he was whipping through Final Cut. And I've seen like Kevin turn around videos like super quick. I guess when you do it for a living and you do it so often, and that is like your source of income, I guess it's sort of different as well. But I don't know if this. I'm not ever really all that interested in this becoming a job for me, because this has always been something that I've done like as a creative outlet on the side and for community and for getting to know people. And also just having a record of things that I've done. So, and the adventures that I've been on and the people that I've seen over the time. So, I'm not really fussed on my videos coming out like the day or two after they've happened. Like I'm going to release a bunch of videos from years ago, after I've done the most recent Japan ones. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but it's one of those things that once I know for me, once I sit down with the video and I make the first cut, I put the clip in the timeline, I put the intro in there, I pick a song and I drag it into the timeline and I make that first cut. From there, the video's done, right? So that's all that is needed, and then it's good. But to get to that point where I make that first cut sometimes is the hardest thing. Has Kevin watched our podcast? That's a good question. LH Coolbray says, I only participate in Chuck's chat. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. I'm so excited to hear that. That's that's really special. Thank you. I don't know how to respond to that. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thank you. And I appreciate you being here. I want to meet you one day. I know that we were in the same state once. We were in Colorado, but we didn't have time to go to where you were at. Yeah, I always want to meet everyone. Adventure Carlo says, I'm getting ready to go to college next year. So I've got to get all the vids out before I get busy. Yeah, that's my problem too, is like, and it's not a problem. Like, you know, this is a hobby. This is not a job. I don't get paid to do this. I'd need a lot more followers if I was going to do this paid. But I do want to diversify things a bit, and that's what I'm saying. I want to talk about the movies and stuff too, in addition to the snowboarding stuff. But yeah, honestly, I work a lot of hours, and sometimes, you know, you're at the end of the day or at the start of the day, and you just can't. It's hard to get motivated to sit down at a computer for a couple of hours, or to sit with your phone for a couple of hours and just put a video together. G'day, Shadow. Shadow says, yo, good to see you here in the chat, my man. Hope you're holding it down over there at Bogus Basin and that you've had a good season. Snowboard Program says India trip 2024. By the sounds of things, it looks really interesting. Like I watched all of your guys' videos from over there. And yes, 2025, he means. So I would say, yeah, it looks very interesting. I want to get some backcountry gear and some backcountry training before I do anything like that, because it looks like everywhere there was hazardous. You know, and at this point, me and the boys, we don't own a we don't own a beacon, shovel, probe, none of that stuff. Snowshoes, slip boards. So all of that stuff is things that I want to sort of get into, but I feel like maybe one day. It looked like you guys had a great time. I want to really know, really know that what those Lay's chips were like. The ones that Kevin said they were, what were they? They were bursting with flavor. Was it good flavor? Was it intense? Really need to know. Anyway, Shadow says, I miss you. I miss you too, bro. It was fun. It was fun making the odd video with you and seeing you go for it on the mountain. Ventura Carlo says, definitely missing all the boys for sure. I couldn't agree. Give Swanee mod Chuck. I bet Chuck forgot about. I have not forgot about you, my man. I wonder whose fake account that is. I appreciate. Have you subbed to the channel? I give Swanee mod Chuck. I haven't forgotten. Great. This is a good question. So, Defender of Awesome says, how was Japan? What resorts you hit? So Japan was amazing. We had a lot of fun. We were there for 2 weeks. We stayed in a backpacker type, the Pod Hotel, which is right across the road from Moiwa Resort. So we did a fair bit of riding at Moiwa, which is sort of right next to Annapuri, but it's not part of Niseko United specifically. So, but it was a nice place to stay. It was sort of the only thing that in our price range we could actually afford to stay at. And we booked relatively late as well, but we had a great time there. We met some awesome people. We did a good bit of riding at Moiwa. We did probably the bulk of our riding at Niseko. So across Niseko United, Swanee and I spent a day, like we sort of hit every single area and every resort at Niseko, or maybe not every area, but we hit like every resort. So we went to Hanazono a couple of times. We did a day at Annapuri, which I'm making videos about now. Swanee and I did did basically sort of a day at the Niseko village side. And we didn't go to Harafu too much, only sort of once, but and we would have liked to go night riding too, but that never sort of came together because we were actually up to quite a bit while we were there as well. So we went to hit the onsen a fair few times. We went out for dinner almost every night. Like there was, well, maybe not almost every night, but there was quite a bit. We had lots of good food. We met lots of awesome people, and it was a really good trip. And Swanee and I went for one day at Rizutsu as well. We were able to fit in. But because we didn't have a rental car, it was sort of hard to get around. And that's one thing I'd change about next year. When we go there, is definitely having a rental car. Bad Rider says that he's not available. But no, we had an amazing time in Japan. I could spend a whole podcast talking about that. And actually, one of the videos, as soon as we got back, like maybe the next day, me and Swanee, I sat Swanee down, like literally just behind me in the couch over there. And we sat down and recorded like a 45-minute podcast where we talk about, the trip and how it went. And I'm going to release that on the channel. Either I want to do it after all of the snowboarding videos are out, but maybe I might do it sooner. I'm starting to think because it's going to take a while to get all those other ones out. There's one video where we hiked the peak and then went back down sort of the back country. So that was fun too. Niseko. Anyway, how are you doing today? I'm doing well, Shadow. Doing very well. Snowboard Pro Camp says a movie show would be cool. Do you watch Red Letter Media? I'm not sure what Red Letter Media is. Is that a YouTube channel? If it is, then I'm going to look it up right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. No, I don't watch Red Letter Media, but I'm going to have to. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm gonna give them a sub right now. Shadow says, yo. So I'll come back to that. I'll have to report back on Red Letter Media. I do watch a bunch of YouTube channels that like review movies and TV. So I'm into the movie breakdowns too. So a couple of channels that I enjoy, heavy spoilers. The guy in the UK who's hilarious that breaks down stuff. Screen Crush, New Rock Stars. And I've been recently watching Christian Harloff and John Roca. I think they've both got some good podcast shows. So if you're interested in entertainment news, then those are a couple of the ones that I watch. So ProCamp says, have you seen the movie Love Lies Bleeding? No, I have not. And it's going on my list right now. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm looking for some movies that I'm going to be watching today. I think today I'm going to continue my like Oscars, the 2023 Oscars movies watching. So a couple of those I haven't seen yet. Past Lives and Anatomy of a Fall are the two movies I'm going to watch today. But I've recently seen Saltburn, which wasn't nominated, but it did come out last year. Really wild movie. And the Emma Stone movie. So Emma Stone, she won Best Actress for a movie called Poor Things, and it's kind of like a reimagining and adaptation of like the Mary Shelley Frankenstein movie. And Emma Stone is amazing. She definitely she deserved the award for that performance. And if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. It's got Mark Ruffalo in it as well, and Willem Dafoe. So it's a jaw-dropping movie. It's probably the best movie I've seen in the last year. Or I did go to see June 2 in IMAX. That was pretty good too. But anyway, we'll save that for the movie show. I'm gonna keep pumping through your guys' questions because there's a lot of talk. It looks like there's some sandwich talk going on, and I need to know about this sandwich. Shred 1904 says Defender of Awesome. Have you tried them? I think they're anything but substandard. Interesting. And Defender of Awesome retracted a message, so I'm curious to think about what that was. So probably about that. Bad writers. What makes you say substandard? The clue. Interesting. So I think are we on a conversation about step-in bindings? Can be quite triggering for some people. Bad writers says we need El Stacker at Taronga Zoo. That was one of the things that I was thinking that we could do actually. It was on my list of stuff. I know that El Stacker took the boys like Luke and Swanee to the Boise Zoo, but yeah, I haven't even been to Taronga Zoo in it's got to be 20 years. Oh, but it's got to be over 20 years. I was like a kid when last time I went there. So Taronga Zoo in Sydney. Apparently a good time. But yeah, that'd be cool. I'd make a video and do some stuff with that for sure. Some pictures, definitely. Bad Riders, bunch of sandwiches. Bad Riders has fajitas for tea tonight. His local supermarket got the kits back in. Nice. I'm gonna try and hit the local supermarket today. I think they're back open on Easter Sunday. I think it's only Good Friday and it's Easter Monday today. Easter Sunday that things are closed. So yeah, we'll see. So, Chuck, is Swanee a mod yet? he got made a mod on the New Year's live stream. Is he still a mod though? That's the real question. Okay, we've finally got some answers about the sandwich. I'm so happy. I don't know why I care so much about this, but so Narav says that they had the same sandwich. So I'm guessing who made the sandwiches? Did Kevin make the sandwiches? Did Narav make the sandwiches? Did they make the sandwiches together as a team? I saw you guys actually went to after the hiking video. You guys went to the Mexican place. Is that the same one that uh, Kevin and Yannick took me and the boys to this place? I remember we had a burrito on this really cold park bench, like while it was basically snowing, but it was actually a really good burrito and really good Mexican. I wonder if that was the same place. It looked like it was close to the same place. Snowboard Pro Camp says it's just an ordinary veggie sandwich, but Narav was in heaven. So every sandwich is insane. I like it. The way you said it to Narav was just with such passion. And such you were in awe of the sandwich. I loved it. Avo. Oh, there we go. Avo, pepper, lettuce, tomato, Dijon mustard, vegan butter, optional, and Lay's salted crisps in the sandwich. What? Okay. You know what? That sounds that I'm not a veggie. I'm definitely a meat eater. But even to me, that sounds amazing. I mean, you could put avocado in anything, and I would love it. But yeah, crisps on the sandwich. I've got some friends. I know people that do that. I've never done it. I can't imagine it being pleasurable, but to each their own. So, to me at least, maybe I should try it. I'm going to go to the supermarket later. I'll buy some crisps and put them on a sandwich. You never know. So, Bad Riders asked if you put the crisp on the sandwich, or were they already in the sandwich? Is that what you're getting at there? Wouldn't they go soggy? Probably not. I don't know how juicy that vegan butter is. LH Cool Breeze. It has an all white wrapper and the chocolate is covered in coconut. Okay, yeah. Now we've got a different one. Ours has the all white wrapper for sure. I showed it earlier, but here's another one. Oh, all white. This is more of a gold wrapper, I guess. So it's good to know that you guys have the Lindor chocolates because they're probably the most opulent ones. That I mean, there's probably some other expensive ones, but they're pretty good. Crisp on a sandwich is the best. Yeah, that's definitely not a thing that's unique to like the United States or anything. There's lots of people that do that. I'm not sure I can get excited about it, but I love that you guys love it. Yeah, Narav agrees. So what's this? KO and waving goodbye. Oh, see ya. LH Cool Breeze has got to go. And we've got 3 skippies, kangaroos on the end. Oh gosh, we've been live for an hour and a half. You guys are keeping me busy. I said I was going to try and get to the bottom of the chat and go for at least an hour. You guys are keeping me on here, but I love it so much. I've got nothing better to do. I've got movies, or I do have better to, no, I don't have anything better to do. I don't know. Every time I say that, it comes out not the way I wanted to say it. But I do have, all I've got is movies to watch and food to eat. So I'm happy to hang out with you guys for a bit longer for sure. So Bad Riders said, Narav says the Bad Riders. I like to, yes. But can't if they get all soggy, they need to be crisp. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. You definitely, sugar. You definitely need to be putting the crisps on the sandwich just before you're about to eat it, I would say, for sure. Otherwise, soggy crisps, I can't imagine it. Snowball Crow Cramp, studio setup is looking good. Are you using OBS Studio? Yes, I am using OBS Studio. So I'm actually using, Bad Riders will love this. So the video is running through my GoPro Hero 10. I have a USB, just a inexpensive USB microphone that's sitting just in front of me, just out of the shot. Both of those are feeding into my laptop. I designed the overlays myself, and yeah, there's a Google. It's a Chrome plugin that I'm using that actually sends the comment pop-ups to OBS Studio, which is what I'm using. So yeah, I thought I'm loving using it because it enables me to bring all the comments that I'm talking about up on the screen. But there's a bunch of nerd talk right there. But yeah, if you've got a decent internet connection, there's a little bit more of a delay, but the audience doesn't know that unless you type something into the chat, and also enables me to bring other people in. So that's what I'm going to use to maybe do those other shows where I have a co-host and bring it in live. Bad Rider says member chats can feature members and have them join in OBS. That's exactly what I was just talking about. I actually brought on my long New Year's live stream, brought Adam in and brought actually El Stacker in for the chat. Like it was like 4 a.m. in the morning here. So that was cool. So Bad Rise is saying goodbye to saying ciao, see you later to LH Cool Breeze. Thank you for joining the chat. We appreciate that. Adventure Color, I finished a video last night. I might release it today or tomorrow. As soon as you release it, my friend, I will be watching it. Well, maybe not as soon as you release it, but I will watch it within the day that it is released because I am subscribed to Adventure Carlo and have clicked the all notification bell icon. So every time you are dropping a video, I am seeing it. I appreciate everyone staying for so long as well. I know an hour and a half is a long time to sit on a podcast or sit on a live stream. So we'll probably go for another 10 or 15 minutes here, and then I'll sign off. But so if there's anything else, any other questions that you want to ask or topics that you'd like brought up, now would be a good time to put them in the chat because I'll be cruising through them and then probably hanging it up in about 15 minutes here. LH Cool Breeze says that he used to be a regular participant in the L Stacker chats, but he's been on the quiet side lately. Yeah, L Stacker used to be holding it down, and he would do a live stream like every week, or almost every week, like on the same day and more or less the same time, like every week. I don't think I could do a live stream every week, but I would like to commit to at least doing one every couple of weeks, or maybe maybe at least one of these sort of Q&A ones once a month. And I want to do probably like now that I can see a couple of people might be interested in it, I might do the movie and the movie and TV show one once a month. And then maybe the what's going on in the snowboard YouTube world. I don't know what I'm gonna call. What should I call that? I want to come up with names for these shows. Maybe you guys could help me with that and put them in. So I've got a show where I want to talk about movies and TV, and I've got a show where I want to talk about like the snowboard YouTubing world or the community of snowboard YouTubing world. What should I call that show? I'll take some names if you guys have any that come to mind. So Adventurer Carlo says that he's leaving as well. At one point we had like 10 people watching. We've now got 8 likes. YouTube says 7 viewers. So thank you all for watching. Very much appreciate it. Bad Rise says Phil was previously used as a snow probe, but he's since been retired. I've got no idea what you mean by that, but I assume that it's meant as a joke. Stacker is out of the loop with the lives, with the live streams. We need a house tour from Stacker's new place. I agree. I don't think you need a house tour like from from my house because you've been here and already seen it. LH Cool Breeze says cheers to Adventurer Carlo. Snowball Pro Camp. The masala lays were truly bursting with flavor. All right. I still feel like you're being kind there, but Kevin is one of the most polite people I've ever met in my life, so it does not surprise me at all. LH Coolbury says the Audi 5000 for real this time. Okay, nice. Bad Riders, hey Kev, Doritos or Tostitos? Interesting. Can you buy Tostitos here in Australia? I suppose if Bad Riders knows about them, I guess you can. But I don't know, Doritos is what comes to mind for me. But I think Tostitos is like the more, I mean, for me, I mean, a corn chip's a corn chip. Like you can, I feel like they're all good, especially if there's nothing like having like a huge big bag of corn chips and like a tub of salsa and just going to town, honestly. Yeah, Shred 1904 is with us. Can eat a whole bag. Dry? Oh my gosh. Well, if they're seasoned well, yeah. Bad Rider says, yeah, he'd do that with the nacho cheese Doritos. I prefer the cheese supreme if I'm gonna have Doritos personally, but I think Tostitos are the more like upper class one. I could be wrong about that. I think there's here in Australia we've got a brand called Mission, and I think they're really good. Whereas Tostitos not a brand. I think that's like they're like more of a square corn chip. I could be wrong. I'm not an aficionado when it comes to these things. Bad Rider says, I wonder how they will top the Oscar slap from last year. Well, the Oscars have already happened, and I don't think you can top the Oscar slap, but you might want to see probably the talk of the town. They did some really funny bits throughout the Oscars ceremony for this last year. I think it was a couple of weeks ago they actually had the ceremony. Probably the most controversial moment they had that they had who was it? The guy from they had Al Pacino come out and deliver the Best Picture award. And the guy looked like he'd come out of a luncheon, and he didn't even read out any of the nominees. He just did like a Al Pacino. I'm not very good at the imitation, but he sort of opened the envelope and he's like, just like really, in a way that was very not climactic, just sort of, my eyes see, and then just read out the name of the movie that won. I'm not gonna. I mean, spoilers for a ceremony that happened a couple of weeks ago, but it was Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer was the movie that won. He goes, "My see Oppenheimer," and that was how it was announced. So a lot of people didn't really like that, but John Cena did a hilarious like nude sketch. Like he literally just, I think it was when they brought out the people to announce the costumes award. That was hilarious. And then they had Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger both talking about their experiences on Batman. And Danny DeVito sort of just picked out Michael Keaton in the crowd. And there was sort of like a bring it on moment there. And that was pretty hilarious. So, but no, actually, it wasn't a bad Oscars, all in all. So the ceremony seemed to go fairly quick. Same Mexican spot, yes. Nice. Thank you for confirming. It was on the shore there in Lake Tahoe. Batterai says we need a shot of Chuck sitting on a bench in the snow eating a burrito. That B-roll would be great. There might be. Oh no, I'd have to look through my photos. I feel like I did take some shots of that of that burrito situation. Um, so if I can very quickly find it, then I'll see if I can throw it up. Uh, give me a moment. I've taken lots of photos over the years. Oh, actually, I think I found it. Uh, If we can get that. See if I can get. Maybe that's the photo there. All right, cool. Ask and you shall receive. Thanks for being patient. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this thing going up here. Let's see. Just got to resize it. So it'll come up on the screen here. All right. There we go. I don't know if we can see the burrito. Probably not the best shot. But we see El Stacker in the side there. What's about to be... Swanee hasn't even opened his burrito yet. At this stage, you got Yannick over there. El Stacker just to the side of the frame. And actually, you've got... All of us seem to have got the same flavor of that Aritos drink. And I think it's the same flavor that Kevin had on the video the other day. All sitting there. So there you go. Something to talk about. Batter Eyes says, is Chuck taking over the moniker of Boat Archive? I just bought Miles a new life jacket. I don't think I've taken the moniker, but I know TJ does not enjoy that joke. But I feel like maybe we need to do something with that. I'm not sure what we would do. Movie and TV shows. Let's Watch with Chuck. I don't mind that name. Actually, I'm probably just gonna steal that. Okay, so I don't forget it. Tostitos for making nachos, says Snowball Pro Camp. I guess I agree. I think you can make nachos with any kind of chip, but yeah, probably Tostitos would be better. I think they're the square ones. Am I wrong? It could be. Don't know. Batterai says, snowboard video, we should workshop this, but I've got a few ideas. Yeah, I mean, I reckon it'd be just I'd have like someone like the co-host call in on Discord. We'd come up with a background, which I could put in OBS. And then, or even the background could be just the videos, and we watch through the videos and talk about what's going on in the world of snowboard YouTube. So I'd like to do that. Rusted edges. I actually kind of like that. Yeah, the rusty edges snowboard show. Doritos if you're just eating on your own. Yeah, I can get behind that, Kev, for sure. Naked yeah, you've got to look up the clip. So if you go to just Google it. It's probably on YouTube. you could go just type in John Cena Oscars 2020 2024, and yeah, you could and you can see it. It's actually quite a funny bit. He does it with Jimmy Fallon. Is it Jimmy Fallon that hosted the Oscars? No, Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. Fallon's a different one, different Jimmy. Uh, a live jump into the Chuck Kives. Oh gosh, I'd need to take requests, I think, from the Chuck Kives. And for those who don't know, the Chuck Kives is a joking name for probably all of the hard drives that I have with all of the footage that I've just been stacking over the years that I've never made videos out of most of it. Wizardry at work. Is that me getting the picture up on the screen? Yeah, Kev's chugging a harito. Harito? Yeah. It was a great day. Was that after the I think it was after it after a day at North Star? Or was it after? No, I think it might have been after that day at Palisades. Was it? I don't remember what was what. I know one of the days we went out to that Italian restaurant, and that was really nice. And then a different day, I think no, that was after Palisades. I feel like it was after a day at North Star. We went to get the burritos, and then there was after we went to Kirkwood, we went to Chipotle, I think. I could be wrong, but I don't know. My memory for stuff like that is usually pretty good. But yeah, the mandarin flavor I probably prefer the pineapple one, but the mandarin one is like second best for me, 100%. Red beanies all around. Everyone was wearing the red Snowball Pro Camp. You know, I've got one of those red Snowball Pro Camp beanies still in the plastic. Never worn it. I'm actually not much of a beanie guy. I prefer bucket hats. But I bought the beanie to support. And I'm pretty sure I've got the red Snowball Pro Camp one, and I've got like might be a Blackboard Archive one, and they're both still in the plastic wrapper that they came in. Chuck, you have a boat that I'm trying to sell. I don't want the boat. I have a jet ski. Let's start a channel and make some boating content. The boat archive could be there, but no, I want to get rid of the boat, dude. I need to just get some money. That boat could be like a split board maybe. So I'd probably rather have a split board and a backcountry kit. I have a request. Japan 2020, the mega edit. That is probably very high on the list to go back to. I feel like I want to do 2024 Japan and then go back to 2020 Japan. I don't know whether the videos are any good though from back there. I know I just randomly filmed a lot of snowboarding clips. Like all the stuff that you guys would probably want to see, I think is sort of like the behind the scenes stuff. Like I was just so in awe of the whole situation. Like, you know, we'd be going out and there's a huge dinner with like every YouTuber that was there all in the one table, and that was crazy. And El Stacker trying to use chopsticks, which was pretty funny. But other than the first day, like there wasn't a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I think maybe there's a video. I know there's definitely some photos of us at the food trucks, but I think it was just us randomly trying to explore like the areas of Niseko. And a lot of it is just selfie cam. So I don't know. I've got to have a look at the photo, look all the stuff that I have from there. But I'll definitely, I mean, if I do, he's saying it again, hence the mega edit. I think I'd definitely be trying to get some of that out because everyone seems to want it for some reason. And you never know, there might be some stuff in there that I just totally forgot happened. I know I always had the idea to do the mega singles line video because I know that it was like our last day snowboarding, and I wanted to do like a singles line video from the bottom of Hanazono to the top, to the up the top of the pizza chair, or the top of Hanazono, and then down through Strawberry Fields and all that. So I feel like I've got that video. I don't think it had the pizza chair actually, but yeah, that's definitely there. So be good to compare the two seasons. Yeah, I think there was more snow this year for sure, but the same. So yeah. So Casey, so Kevin, I actually saw that on Instagram this morning. I saw a story of those guys doing a like a sled trip. And Daly was just going crazy on a sled. They're doing like a tour on the backcountry. I know that's been on his list for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the videos from that. And yeah, that's something that that I'd like to do in the show, is sort of talk about where all the YouTubers are at. I know you guys are in Tahoe, and is that where you guys are gonna stay until sort of the end of the season, or are you gonna like go back to Canada for a bit? Are you going to? I know you're probably gonna do Mount Hood, but that's a couple of months away. So, I mean, if I was you, I'd be staying in Tahoe until there's no snow left, and then going somewhere else. But obviously, you guys have got your own plans. But no, I'm curious what you guys are going to be doing, and I'm looking forward to the spring content. Probably gonna go more towards like some trick tips and stuff. Like I liked the video with the tips on the 50/50s. So I'm sure you guys have got a huge list of videos that you want to make. I know I would definitely like to see some board slide videos, and maybe some more like hitting jump type content. I don't know. Some spins. I know you've done all these videos before, but it's nice to refresh it. Bad Rider says, "Are we gonna get the mega edit?" Describe, Adam, what you mean by mega edit. I'm interested to know. So we might get a couple more comments in, but it sounds like it's winding down. We started at like 10 concurrents watching. Well, not started, but we got up to that. And actually, at one point, it said there was like 14. So I appreciate everyone watching the stream. We're coming up to nearly 2 hours, and I'm at the bottom of the chat. So I just wanted to thank you all for participating and being involved in this stream up until this point. I imagine there wouldn't be too many people playing it back, but if you are playing it back, appreciate that afterwards. Please drop a like on the video, and subscribe if you're not already, because I plan on doing a bunch more content from Japan, and some more live shows for sure, or some more like shows that we talked about throughout, maybe the movie and TV show, maybe some other stuff. But thank you everyone for being here. It's been fun hanging out. I must bring this comment up here. Narav is ravenous after all this sandwich. And Chris talks. I don't doubt it. You guys best be going to get something to eat. I'm sure it'd be like late or dinner time or something like that over there. Appreciate you all coming to the video. I've been Chuck Van. You guys have been awesome. And be excellent to each other. We'll see you guys hopefully in another video or live stream at some point soon.